Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, friends, and welcome to this week's episode of Level Up with Debbie Neal. I want to talk about something that I've experienced the last week. It's actually been on my heart for a while. I logged off social media for a week, so I actually don't know when this episode is going to drop, so it might be a few weeks ago. And I want to talk about this. So the topic of today's podcast is social media. Is it a tool or is it a weapon that we're actually using against us? And so I want to talk about why I logged off for a week. This is me personally. Now, look, with anything, we talk about discipline. If I was more disciplined on social media, maybe, but I found myself distracted more often than being productive. I found myself wasting time. You know, one of the things we talk about is being a really good steward of money. I don't know about you guys, but I was commenting link. Like, I love following influencers from different stores or companies that I like. And what I like about influencers, like especially ones that are like built like me, or they're, approximately my size, they're basically trying on the clothes for me, right? But I don't need everything that I'm clicking on. So there's a really big difference between being abundant and just being wasteful. I also feel that social media is used a lot for comparing. Like, I've been spending a lot of time reading the word, and it's like we're perfectly made in the image of God. But I don't know if I'm just talking about women here, but we compare. We look at other women. You guys are probably looking at other people's businesses. You're looking at other people's relationships. You're looking at other people's life. So what happens is a lot of times we're on social media and we're filling our mind with lies. Like, it's lies. It's like the devil wants to get in. Social media was taking me away from time with people. It was taking me away from getting to know Jesus better. It had become a habit. One of the things I noticed that when I logged off of Instagram and I logged off of social media and I posted about it, and I wanted to post about it because some people you're not on social media and like, oh my gosh, are they dead? Or are they not working? Like, I actually found myself so productive this week. And I had so much stuff with my business to get done. I had so much stuff. I'm actually flying to Bulgaria to speak 3 different times at the Mastermind event, which is the most respected network marketing event in the world. I feel so honored, but it took a lot of focus, a lot of heart, a lot of time. And I don't know about you guys, but every now and then when I'm doing a task and maybe I'm preparing a training or something, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I need a break. And I don't know, my squirrel mind, which I don't even have a squirrel mind, is scrolling on social media. So social media had become somewhat of a habit. And for me, when I think about my business, I've been an entrepreneur for 19 years. I know change is the only constant. I know the importance of evolution. I know that the systems will not change, but different reach out methods will change. And I do know that social media is a way to really scale your business. But I'm going to talk about some of the things that really help me build my business to a very large size. I created a community. Now, I know people have communities on social media. I do as well. I pray you're part of that community, right? And so it's creating community, talking, getting to know people, what's on their heart, how can your business connect for them? How can the product serve them? How a part of something bigger, something special. And one of the things that grew my business was not only casting the vision on social media, but being in front of people, getting inside their heart, getting inside their soul, getting them excited, tapping into their why. Why are they building this business? Getting them emotional in a good way. And it's building that belly to belly, that face to face. It's coaching with excellence. So even think about cell phones in general. Cell phone, one of the things I did when I started my business was I had a first of all, I started my business in 2006. So there wasn't smartphones. I felt like really cool because I had a pink flip razor phone. Like I had the pink one, but it was one of those phones that like for, the number one had A, B, and C all on the same number. So I did have texting, but it was like, if you really had to text a thing, you got to go A, B, that type of thing. So I went to AT&T when I started my business and I removed texting. Now, by no means am I suggesting anybody do that. Like we do need texting today. Okay. But I do want to ask you, are you overusing texting? Or even better, are you avoiding things with texting? So, for example, if you're in a business like mine, if you're inviting people, are you only inviting, I hear people say all the time, I don't pick up the phone. I don't like when people call me. Well, like what kind of person doesn't like when people call? Because it is all about connecting. So when you're inviting somebody to something, they hear you and they feel you when you actually pick up the phone, when you meet people out in the wild, when you send them a voice text versus just like a text, hey, I'm having this event, can you come? Like when you're coaching people, if somebody's having a problem in their business or they hit an obstacle in their business or they're feeling down or they're feeling negative, it's that face to face, belly to belly. I was like, there's so much loneliness going on in the world today. It's because people think they have friends or they think they're working a business or they think they're building their business, but they're literally just sitting behind a screen and they're alone. So it is the belly to belly. It's picking up the phone. People I want to stay home. I don't want to leave my house. Why? Why do you want to only stay home? Why do you not want to leave your house? I mean, one of the things I love about what I do, I love the freedom. I love the flexibility that I have earned and I have built. But there's such a value to getting in your car, to meeting up with people, to being at events, to experience the camaraderie, to going out to dinner with people on your team, talking about dreams, talking about, the new reality they want to create. Going to the meetings is fun. Getting inside the hearts of other people. Again, social media, it's like I didn't have that when I started. I was staying in my own lane. I wasn't comparing. I had no idea if other people were killing it, they were doing great, or their business was in the toilet. There was no stalking other people. You even think of relationships today. I know I'm going from ping pong to ping pong, but you guys, there's just a lot of thoughts on my mind and I have this platform to talk about them. So I feel really grateful. When you used to break up, I went out with this guy in college. I went out with him for 3.5 years. We broke up. And I remember I was really sad for 2 weeks when we broke up. I didn't see him. I didn't hear from him. I didn't check my smartphone. I wasn't going to his profile picture. I wasn't seeing who he was with. I wasn't looking to see where, if he was out with someone. I didn't see if he had a new girlfriend and he was constantly posting about that. And then what does that do for us? It's it's so hard to just appreciate the time you had and it's over. You just end up stalking them and it's not good for you and it's not healthy. So it's not good to stalk people's businesses and wonder it's good to look up to people. Don't get me wrong, but what do they have that I don't have? And their relationship looks perfect and their business looks perfect. Because I will tell you this, I know from building a big business in my industry, most of the times you're seeing the highlight reel. So when I think about social media, what it was doing for me, the devil is at work in every single one of us. So we can justify it all you want when you're on there saying that's what I need and I'm building my business. But I want to ask you this hypothetical question. I'm not saying get off. I needed to take a week off and I feel so amazing at peace. But is it doing more damage than it is good? And if it's doing more damage than it is good, what needs to change for you? Because for me, I will get back on. In fact, I did a post. So probably by the time you guys hear this, I will be back on. But I did a post and I said, I'm going away with my company. I earned a trip to Tulum, Mexico. I'm so excited. And I want to share that. What I love about social media, I want to see beautiful things that people have going on. I want to see your trips. I want to see your family. I want to hear about success, but I don't want to be on getting distracted and wasting time. And let's talk about the political climate for a little bit. There's so much hate going on. There's so much hate. So we all know that social media could be very, very powerful to scale our business, but I really just want to be real for a minute. And again, ask you, are you using it as a tool or is it a weapon that's stealing your joy? Are we overselling? Like if you're in a business like mine, are we overselling that we could build from our cell phones and our laptops and avoid being face to face? The world right now is really lonely. We're seeing more depression than ever. We're seeing more anxiety than ever. We're seeing more suicide than ever. And a lot of that is due from loneliness. Complete, like people need people. Pull up a chair, go have a meal with someone, go reach out to somebody, go take a walk with someone. Think of the minutes that you're wasting on social media and what it could be used for. I don't believe my business could be built well and efficient and especially the way God called me to build this business without human connection. Okay. And maybe some people could say, like, I could build the whole thing on social media. That is not the way I build, and it is not the way I want to build. And it's not just about posting our products. If you sell a product on social media, it's about learning the skill of talking to people out and about, like talking to your waitress, talking to, a coach, talking to somebody you just meet in the store, actually growing the skill of making somebody feel seen and heard, making a conversation, whether you're complimenting their shoes, complimenting their hair, striking up a conversation about their child, just asking them how their day was, actually meeting people. Do you guys know that that's a skill set? It's a skill set. Like focus on human connection. Let's build the skill of meeting and connecting people with people off social media in addition to using social media. So by no means am I saying getting off it. I understand that I need to learn to use it better. I understand that I need to be disciplined with it more. I used to have a rule that like I don't look at it before I go to sleep, but I was, you guys. I want to be real here and I want to be honest. I was scrolling. So one of the things that I don't do anymore. So what I've been doing this whole week is only falling asleep before I go to sleep. What you fill your mind with is so important. So I'm just reading my Bible before I go to sleep. And by the way, like if I haven't said it before, the New Testament the Old Testament is obviously very, very important too, but I'm rereading the New Testament now. It's the best personal growth book in the world. And it's really helping me realize that I wasn't meant to feel fear. I wasn't meant to feel anxiety. Like I feel amazing. When you're scrolling, it's just like mindless. It becomes a habit. And what happens when people say I'm doing mindless scrolling, you don't even realize what you're absorbing. You don't even realize, things that you're taking in, even movies you're watching. You don't realize when it's violent or when it's corrupt, all of these things you're taking in. And trust me, the devil wants to distract you. We are living in a world that is just overall lacking connection. And when you're out and about, who can you share your business with? Even if you're not in a business, who can you just talk to? Your conversation with somebody might be the difference of how they're feeling today and the rest of their life. Like, when was the last time you just genuinely met with friends or genuinely went out to meet someone or genuinely just called up a friend and said, let's go for a walk or let's have lunch or let's have dinner? If you think about like meeting people, like all you mamas out there and parents, your kids are starting new classes. You have new people to talk to. Take that as an advantage to build an authentic relationship. When you're at church, meet people. When you go shopping, meet people. If your kids are on sports teams, get to know the other parents, get to know the coaches, make 100-person list. Like I'm talking about social media, but I'm also talking about like getting back to old school practices that are so important of building and scaling a business. When we were young, we used to dream of being anything: an astronaut, the president, a prince, princess. But as you get older, your dreams change, focusing less on running the world and more on how you can take your skills and ideas and turn them into something real. Instead of dreaming of going to space or owning a castle, maybe you start dreaming of owning your own business. You'll need a website, a payment plan, a logo, and a way to advertise to new customers. It can all be overwhelming and confusing, but thankfully, that is where today's sponsor, Shopify, comes in. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy to run email and social media campaigns. And what if I get stuck? Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer service. Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and get selling today at shopify.com/level up. Go to shopify.com/level up. Shopify.com/level up. So make that 100-person list, because when you're actively thinking of names, it's like, oh my gosh, so I thought of this neighbor and then I forgot. When I thought of this neighbor, through that neighbor, I know her sister and then I know her husband's brother. And that 100-person list is activating your action. It's activating your memory. It's pushing you towards something. Keep that 100-person list alive and active. Build a community in your backyard. So wherever you're living right now, I'm going to share a story with you guys. So I started building my business in 2006. I started my business on Long Island. And when I first started my business, this is what people said to me. Oh, we heard of that company. It went through Long Island. It didn't do well here. It's not going to work on Long Island. And for a small second, I was like, oh, that kind of stinks. Well, maybe I can build in surrounding states. And I was like, excuse me, those thoughts are not serving her. Those thoughts are not serving me. I have power over my thoughts, and I'm just going to make like those thoughts didn't even exist. And I was like, you know what? I'm not them. They're not me. I'm building right here on Long Island. I'm building a community. And I started a business, and I remember standing on my front porch and I'm like, who's the first person I'm going to share my business with? And I went over to somebody's house that our sons knew each other from kindergarten, and I knocked on her door and I said, I just started a business. I'm so excited and I want to share that with you. How many people would do that today? It's like, oh, I need to get to know somebody better. I don't want to make it seem like I'm pushing. I was so excited, and I built, and she was my first yes. And then I had my second yes. And then I had my third yes. And then all of a sudden I had meetings in my home. And then all of a sudden there was 10 people there, and there was 20 people there, and there was 30 people there. And before I knew it, there was 150 people there. And, when you get to a certain level in my company, you have the ability to earn a bonus towards a Mercedes-Benz or a car of your choice. Gosh, before we knew it, there was 15, white Mercedes on the road, and the community was being built. And then after 2 years of building it there, I moved to New Jersey. I live in New Jersey now. And I remember, I moved to New Jersey with a nice sized business. I had a big business. I was already at the top of my company. And I remember I lived here 3 weeks, and I was like, I need to build a community. I don't have any community in my backyard. I want to build a community. Do you have that urgency to build a community in your backyard? I'm all about the global vision. I have a global team. I'm all about the global vision, but get out of your house. I love that I live in New Jersey, and I've built a community here. I have many vice presidents that live here. I have a beautiful, thriving business in New Jersey. And then the next place I live, I want to build a community there. Are you building a community right where you are? Or are you relying so much on social media that it's like you're not even talking to your neighbors? Maybe your neighbors don't even know what you do. If you live in an apartment building, meet people, get to know people, host events at your home, let people know what you have to offer. Build a community. Because when you build a community, people come together. They do events. You might start somebody in their business and they invite the people they know. And then you start somebody else the next week and you tell that person that you started last week, oh, you invite some people too. We're building a community. Let's share the products. Let's just be together. Let's share the business. Build off of events. I remember, like, for us, I'm like, it's Saturday morning. Come on over. I'm going to make you guys shakes. And whether it was team or inviting guests, we were talking about vision. We were talking about dreams. We were connecting. I was getting to know their why. I was getting to know their family. I was getting to know what made them tick. Build local teams. Go for walks. Dream together. Strategize together. Make dream boards together. Create events together. And yes, our goal is building a global team, building a global empire, but every single town, build locally. You weren't meant to build this business alone. Duplicate this in your community and then duplicate it per state, per country. It's connecting with people when you're out and about. Like I said, your waitress, the person that's helping you in the store, the mom that you meet at the school, the love and vision of building a huge team in your town, not just hiding behind a phone, actually learning how to connect with people. Bringing up your business out and about is a skill set. You could pretend to be anybody you want behind the camera. People say, I'm authentically me. There's still a piece of technology between you and a person. Learn how to talk to that person out and about. Learn how to coach face to face. Learn how to build a team face to face. Learn how to make other people feel special. Plant the seeds inside of their heart. Do events and showcase your products. Stand in a room of people and sell your company, your vision, and your leadership. Build with faith. Know that you're enough. Friends, we are living in a world of distraction. We live in a world that is encouraging comparison. Social media is encouraging comparison. We live in a world of smoke shows and mirrors. Stay in your lane. I mean, here's the thing. Just like I said, I love to follow influencers. I bought 2 pairs of jeans last week. There's so many Zara influencers. I think I own half a Zara. Okay. But influencers will be replaced at some point with AI. Like they will. Okay. So when I talk about like what I do for a living, you want to build something that you cannot be replaced, that your community cannot be replaced. Human hearts and connection cannot be replaced, right? So this is a time to raise the bar. I'm kind of getting sidetracked here a little bit. So before I even end with what I want to end with, social media, whether you're in a business like mine or you're not in a business, let's all be challenged. Like, I don't know what it's going to look like when I go back on. I'm probably going to have it turn off at a certain time. I don't know if you could do that. I'm definitely going to limit myself to a certain amount of time a day because I do want to be on there for my business. I do want to connect with people for my business. I do want to see how friends and family, their kids, and like even for me, I'm like, I want to share so much that went on this week. Ryan is in Italy. I have the best pictures of him and Carly in Italy. And Tyler just went to Nice to do a world champion of Ironman. And I want to share all of his stuff. Like, I love sharing about the people that I love the most. I can't even wait to be on there and share pictures of Tulum and the people that I love and my team and my company. Like, I love sharing that stuff. So I will do it, but I don't want to be distracted by it. I want to be wherever I am. I want to be wherever I am. I want to have more meaningful conversations. I want to build more ties in my business. I want to not hide behind a phone. Okay. And so this is the time in your business to really raise the bar. Raise the bar. Keep the main thing. Earn your bonuses. Constantly be like getting face to face and sharing the business with people. Create community and activity and events. Be focused, be disciplined, and be just on a mission to be more present than ever. I want you to experience the depth of building a business like this. If you're in the network marketing profession, I want you to experience the depth of this opportunity. Even outside of my professional life, my goal is to be more present, to talk to people, to listen to people. You ever talk to somebody and you're in the middle of talking, they're looking down on their phone on like what, and I'm sure I've done it to people. I'm sure. I want to nurture relationships. I want to build my faith, right? I want to listen to people. Like, If you really read the word, Jesus talked to people. He ate meals. Every single thing was around a table. We have to learn when to put our phones down, get to know people, look them in the eyes, listen to them, stop wasting time. Just stop wasting time, because every single moment we waste is a moment that we're never, ever, ever going to get back. So for me, I feel so grateful that I've had not quite a full week off of social media. I don't even know when I logged off when I'm recording this, but it's probably 5 or 6 days by now. And the first few days, I can't even tell you how many times I caught myself just clicking on my phone to Facebook or Instagram, but I'm logged out. And this week, I have felt more peace, more presence. I have been more productive. I've had more conversations, and I am more excited than ever about my business. So it's September. I'm on a mission to enroll so many new people into my business. I'm on a mission to expand. I, create chats with your team. Just be in the most presence that you could possibly be. Set enrollment goals for yourself, set them for your team, focus on growth and presence and community. Growth and presence and community, because the goal, what I love so much about what I do, is I build people. I build people. So I love you, friends. If we are connected on social media, I'm super grateful. But I know that was kind of all over the place. It's okay. It's just thoughts on my mind. But I do really want to ask you, is social media a tool for you, or has it become a weapon that's stealing your joy, your peace, your presence, your skills, and it's not bringing you closer to your goal? So I love you, friends. I believe in you. Have the most amazing week.